team, I'd like to bid you all good evening. My name is Belinda Oliver, and I've been at Towers for 6 years now, and I'm in my last year. I am at the present time considering a career in medicine. Tonight, I have the great pleasure of introducing to you the fellow members of my team. The vote of thanks will be proposed by my sister, Miss Dorrie Oliver, a member of Upper 5 and Camden House leader. She is a keen musician and hopes to pursue a career in this field. She already plays the clarinet in the Age Youth Concert Band and School Orchestra. It would have been nice to have said that our speaker today is from the Royal Observatory, an honorary member of NASA and science fiction writer. But instead, we have a lively member of Upper 5 and Deputy Head Girl, Miss Fleur Stevens. She is well known for her part as the Crowler in the school production of The King and I, and her present intentions are to study law. She has an ambition to travel the world and experience the different cultures and traditions she might find there. Together, we've been friends with Miss Stevens for a long time and have been in competitions before. A somewhat humorous version of Goldilocks and the Three Bears performed in the famous Opportunity Towers competition springs to mind. Miss Stevens is going to speak tonight about extraterrestrial life, which I'm sure you will all find very interesting. Before I was born, my grandfather, who is a bank manager, had a customer called Soko Susilito, who had at one time been the head of MI5. This gentleman, to whom many secrets of course were known, said to my grandfather on one occasion, "If the general public knew what I know about unidentified flying objects, there would probably be a national panic." This illustrates how the thought of the unknown, and in particular creatures from another world, could instill panic, whether justified or not. But now, without further ado, over to Miss Stevens, who will no doubt reveal what is behind that enigmatic title of her speech, called "We Interrupt This Programme." Miss Stevens.
Imagine, for one moment, just imagine. You're American, you live in Washington, you're carrying out some insignificant task. You have the radio tuned onto a gardening program, and it has just started. Good morning, this is a very special edition of Gardeners. We interrupt this program to bring you an urgent message. The Martians have landed. Do not panic. The Martians have landed. Please remain calm. Contrary to public opinion, I have not gone completely mad. This is what happened in an American radio station in an adaptation of H.G. Wells's War of the Worlds. But there was no pre-message, no warning. America panicked. People thought it was for real. They got into their cars and drove to the sea. Why the sea? I have no idea, but they drove in their hundreds. People died in the accidents that followed. Today, it would be simplistic to say that aliens don't exist, that our planet in this vast universe is the only one with life. The argument is that because of the sheer distance away and the amount of fuel needed, we will never make contact. That other worlds will have different fuel supplies and will be more advanced. And yet, look how far we have advanced in, say, 50 years. We've achieved one of our universal ambitions. We've placed a man on the moon. Our atmosphere is cluttered up with orbiting satellites. Science, in all areas, has advanced by leaps and bounds. It's exciting to think what we will find out in another 50 years, and I am sure it will bring a meeting between worlds. Have the sightings of UFOs gone up? The paranormal has become popular since science and technology have become everyday things. Yet more often than not, it's something we laugh at, like the H.G. Wells disaster. Seems silly to us, but to those people it was very real indeed. And I know how they felt. One night, a clear, starlit night, something very strange happened. My mother and I used to live on Shoreham Beach. Our flat overlooked the beach. There was nothing blocking our view. We were sitting down, drinking a cup of tea, and watching an old film. And suddenly, out of nowhere, brilliant white light came flooding through the room. Visions of aliens dragging me off to unknown planets and doing weird scientific experiments on me sprang to mind. I was really scared. My stomach was churning. Carefully, we crept to the window, and there, before my eyes, was a ship. It took me 3 to 5 seconds to register that it was in fact an airship, the same one I had seen that afternoon at Shoreham Airport. This just shows you the reaction people like me can have when faced with the paranormal. Is it any wonder that governments don't tell us anything? I am a Trekkie and have always wanted to be captain of the Starship Enterprise, but I don't think I would be very good for intergalactic relations if I ran off screaming every time Spock asked me something. It's something, as a race, we have to accept and prepare for. But sometimes our preparation is not enough. In the 1960s, there was a major American biological crisis. A satellite crashed down to a small village in Nevada. It carried with it a life-form bacterium never before seen, but its effect on humans was fatal. 59 people were killed by their blood clotting. A whole village was wiped out. Scientists worked for 5 days trying to find the antidote, knowing that on the 6th day it would reach Los Angeles. Luckily for the human race, it mutated and became safe. The point I'm trying to make is, are we ready for aliens? And what will these aliens look like? Aliens on TV have always human characteristics. E.T., for example, he had eyes, a nose, and skin. For all we know, they could be just clouds of gas. But we better get ready, and fast. For Nostradamus, who has predicted Hitler, and the recent plague in India, has predicted that we shall see aliens televised in 1995. Evidence, once and for all, that extraterrestrial life exists. You have been warned, so be prepared, and may the Force be with you.
Ms. Stevens will now take any questions from the floor.
I would like to ask Miss Stevens whether she would think it sensible to report an alien if she found one in her garden.
Ms. Stevens, do you think it would be sensible to report an alien if you found one in your back garden?
I think that's exactly what we should do. I think that it's something that has been hidden too long in government archives. It's something that has to be brought out into the open. I know people who have had such experiences but have held back because they think it would sound stupid. So yes, I would report an alien if I saw him in my garden. I wonder what the police would make of it.
Thank you. As there are no further questions, I will now call on Miss Oliver to propose the vote plan. It gives me great pleasure to propose the vote of thanks today. I am sure we are all very grateful to Miss Stevens for giving up her time to be with us. Her speech was very enlightening and gave us all much food for thought. Let us just hope she does not cause a national panic. There are not many of us here today who have not heard of aliens or seen the film E.T. with its famous phrase, E.T. phone home. Whilst this is of course fictional, it does give very good idea of how humans might react should aliens land on this planet. But on a more serious note, having listened to the ideas laid out by Ms. Stevens, it is obvious that we should look at this subject more seriously, bearing in mind the rapid advancements in technology, as the Hubble Space Telescope. It is clear that we should at least prepare for the possibility of proof of alien existence. And as Ms. Stevens pointed out, it is a very simplistic view to believe that we are the only planet in this universe with life. Should this information be presented to us, let us hope that we can deal with it in a sensible manner. In other words, without panic and without a confrontation. The history of the world in dealing with such matters is not very encouraging, as we have seen with the H.G. Wells disaster. The question that will be uppermost in my mind tonight is that point raised by Ms. Stevens. Are we really ready to receive knowledge of alien existence? Well, are we? Having listened to Ms. Stevens, I have been able to sort out my views, and I hope you have yours. Who knows, maybe one day she'll become an intergalactic legal representative. But now, may I take this opportunity to show our gratitude and thanks to Ms. Stevens. Thank you very much.